In the endless splendor of Jannah, where no sorrow enters, and no grief touches the heart, Allah has prepared for His righteous servants a reward far beyond human imagination. Among these divine blessings are the Houris, heavenly companions, created by the will of Allah, unlike anything in this worldly life. They are not born of human lineage, nor shaped by the imperfections of the earthly world. Rather, they are fashioned from light, crafted with elegance, modesty, and grace, destined to reside in the palaces and gardens of paradise, awaiting those who have pleased their Lord. The Qur'an speaks of them as beings with large, beautiful eyes, resembling guarded pearls, untouched, unblemished, and reserved solely for the believers. Their gaze is modest, lowered with shyness and sincerity. They are not boastful or loud, but soft-spoken, respectful, and affectionate. They have been created for eternal companionship, their love and loyalty unshakable, their beauty unparalleled. They are described as reclining upon adorned couches, intense of purity, in homes lit not by candles or the sun, but by the radiant nur of Jannah itself. Each of them is assigned only to their partner in paradise, a union unspoiled by jealousy, pain, or separation. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has described the Houris in multiple narrations. He mentioned that if just one of them were to appear in the skies of the dunya, her light would overpower the brightness of the sun and moon. Her fragrance would fill the heavens and earth, and her beauty would dazzle the eyes of all creation. Her voice is softer than the finest music, and her speech more comforting than any lullaby. She does not speak vain words, nor does she raise her voice. Her words are wisdom, love, and gentleness, reserved only for her beloved. Their very nature reflects tranquility. They have no anger, no arrogance, and no pride. They do not age, nor grow tired, nor feel sorrow. They are eternally youthful, with soft skin and radiant faces. Their hair flows like silk, and their clothing is of the finest fabric, garments of green silk and brocade, embroidered with gold and adorned with pearls. Their homes are built of gold and silver bricks, with beds raised high, and rivers flowing beneath. They reside in pavilions that shine with light, each uniquely decorated, beyond the imagination of man. They are not created just for physical beauty, but for the emotional and spiritual companionship they offer. Their hearts are pure, their intentions sincere. They do not compete, they do not complain, and they do not betray. They are reflections of peace, and gifts from Allah for the ones who feared Him, obeyed His commandments, and held fast to His rope even during the storms of life. For those who turned away from temptation, who lowered their gaze, who waited with patience, the Houris are the fulfillment of a promise. Imagine walking through the gardens of paradise with rivers of milk and honey beside you, your heart light and free, and beside you walks your companion, the Houris, smiling, graceful, and loving, knowing that your bond is eternal, without fear of separation. There is no jealousy, no argument, no sadness. Only joy, harmony, and the sweetness of true companionship. The Prophet, peace be upon him, told us that each believer in Jannah will have what no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and what has never crossed the human mind. And among these rewards are the Hour, gifted by Allah not to everyone, but to those who truly strive, who purify themselves, and who remain steadfast upon His path. It is important to understand that the Houris are not to be viewed through a worldly or materialistic lens. Their existence is not for the purpose of base desires, but as a reflection of the mercy and generosity of Allah. They are a symbol of eternal peace, a companion for those who struggled with sincerity. Their creation reminds us that the pleasures of the hereafter are pure and beyond comparison. In this life, love often comes with trials, with heartbreak, with imperfections. But in Jannah, love is perfect, and the Houris represent that perfect companionship, one without ego, without pain, and without end. For the believing women of this world, their reward is even greater. Women who worship Allah with devotion, who are patient, modest, and faithful, their beauty and rank in Jannah will surpass even the Houris. They will be queens in paradise, their status elevated, their reward immeasurable. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has reminded us that the righteous women of this dunya will be far superior to the Hour in both inner and outer beauty, as a reward for their patience, trials, and piety in this world. Jannah is a place of reunion, of eternal love, and of fulfillment. Whether one is gifted a Hoor or reunited with a beloved from this world, every relationship in paradise is rooted in peace and mutual love, without the trials and shortcomings we experience in dunya. The companions of paradise will recline on thrones, in gardens beneath which rivers flow, speaking words of kindness, sipping from cups that cause no headache, and enjoying company that never grows dull. The Hoor line will serve as both companions and reminders of what was gained through faith, sacrifice, and striving for the pleasure of Allah. The descriptions in the Qur'an and the words of the Prophet, peace be upon him, are not meant to serve as fantasies or distractions, but as motivation. They call us to higher morality, to restrain our desires in this life so that we may be gifted with greater pleasures in the next. They remind us that nothing in this world lasts, that every beauty fades, and every relationship ends, except those granted by Allah in His paradise. So strive for Jannah, not just for the rivers and fruits and palaces, but for the companionship of the righteous, for the joy of seeing the face of your Lord, and for the eternal peace that comes with knowing that you are home, safe, forever loved, and never alone. The Hoor line are but one glimpse of what awaits, a sign of the beauty and mercy that Allah has prepared for His believing servants. May Allah make us among those who are granted the company of the righteous, the blessings of Jannah, and the reward of eternal love. Ameen.